So, good morning and welcome to the Buddhist Society. To those of you here at the lecture room in Eccleston Square, and for those of you online, a very warm welcome to you all. We're going to start in a minute or two just by, in our usual way, reading the recollection of the Buddha and the supreme praise of the Buddha. But before that, I'll light some candles, and actually just some candles today. So thank you, Wangdu. Thank you. Can I just ask that everyone just check they've turned off their mobile phones or other on aeroplane mode? Thank you. Always worth saying. Recollection of the Buddha. Sorry, not with it this morning. Dedication of offerings. To the Blessed One, the Lord who fully attained perfect enlightenment, to the teaching which he expounded so well, and to the Blessed One's disciples who have practiced well. To these, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, we render with offerings our rightful homage. It is well for us that the Blessed One, having attained liberation, still had compassion for later generations. May these simple offerings be accepted for our long-lasting benefit and for the happiness it gives us. The Lord, the perfectly enlightened and Blessed One, I render homage to the Buddha, the Blessed One. The teaching so completely explained by him, I bow to the Dharma. The Blessed One's disciples who have practiced well, I bow to the Sangha. Recollection of the Buddha. A good word of the Blessed One's reputation has spread as follows. He, the Blessed One, is indeed the Pure One, the perfectly enlightened One. He is impeccable in conduct and understanding, the accomplished One, the knower of the worlds. He trains perfectly those who wish to be trained. He is teacher of gods and humans. He is awake and holy. The supreme praise of the Buddha. The Buddha, the truly worthy one, endowed with such excellent qualities, whose being is composed of purity, transcendental wisdom and compassion, who has enlightened the wise like the sun awakening the lotus. I bow my head to that peaceful chief of conquerors, the Buddha, who is the safe, secure refuge of all beings. As the first object of recollection, I venerate him with bowed head. I am indeed the Buddha's servant. The Buddha is my Lord and guide. The Buddha is sorrow's destroyer, who bestows blessings on me. To the Buddha I dedicate this body and life, and in devotion I will walk the Buddha's path of awakening. For me there is no other refuge. The Buddha is my excellent refuge. By the utterance of this truth, may I grow in the Master's way. By my devotion to the Buddha and the blessings of this practice, By its power, may all obstacles be overcome. So I invite you now to come to a reasonably upright sitting position, as much as your body will allow, and do please ensure you're comfortable and it's a position you can hold for about 30 minutes or so. Just allow yourself to settle, and a good place to start is by allowing your attention to drop downwards, either into the soles of your feet if you're sitting on a chair, or into your ankles and shins if you're sitting cross-legged on the floor. Just the points of contact with the ground that supports you. And just see if you can bring your attention downwards into these points of contact and just feel the contact, the direct sensation of sitting. And the invitation is also to notice where your attention actually goes. What do you actually do with your attention? Is the direct sensation of the contact with the ground? Is thoughts about it? Is perhaps visualizations of it? Or a mixture of all of these? So just see if you can notice where your attention actually goes. And then I invite you to move your attention to your sitting bones on the chair or the cushion. And in exactly the same way, just see if you can get a direct contact. The experience of sitting. How does it feel? And here again, the encouragement is to notice precisely where your attention is drawn to. Where does it actually go? And then I invite you to move your attention again to your back and your spine in particular. And in the same way, just explore that area, noticing what you feel. The contact with the chair or the settee, if you're sitting upright on a chair or a settee. If you're sitting unsupported, how does that feel? And see if you can align your head and your neck with your spine so that everything's in a reasonably upright column. And just get a sense of sitting upright as much as your body will allow. And if you can, in this position, just gently relax. And then I invite you just to get a general sense of the whole of your body, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet, including your back and your sitting bones, the contact with the floor. Just getting a general impression of the whole of your physical body. So feeling the clothes on your skin surface, and the air on your hands and your face. And then when you're ready and when you feel settled, just see if you can notice the movement caused by the breath. So in the chest area or the abdomen or at the rim of the nostrils, wherever it's easiest for you to pick it up, just the sensation of the movement caused by the breath. Just leaving the breath alone, natural, but just noticing it. And as we enter our period of silence, let this be your anchor, your place of return. Just noticing the movements of the mind, and gently returning your attention with kindness and compassion to that sensation caused by the movement of the breath. So please feel free to move and stretch and adjust your posture. Just some notices from the Buddhist Society. So thank you all very much for attending this class, those of you that made it into 58 Eccleston Square, and to those of you online, you're all very welcome, and thank you for joining and forming this Sangha together. This evening, on Monday, there will be the Zen class and the Theravada class and the Introduction to Buddhism. They all begin at 6:30, and the login details for the online classes you can find on the Buddhist Society website. On Thursday evening, there's the basic meditation class and the Tibetan class, also at 6:30, and the login details are also on the website. There are lunchtime classes here at the Buddhist Society on Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, all at this time, that's 12:40 to 1:20, and the Friday one is also online. This is the last week of term, so the classes finish on Friday and they begin again on Monday the 17th of April, so that's after Easter. So I'm going to close today by reading slowly the Buddha's words on loving kindness, the Metta Sutta. This is what should be done by one who is skilled in goodness and who knows the path of peace. Let them be able and upright, straightforward and gentle in speech, humble and not conceited, contented and easily satisfied, unburdened with duties and frugal in their ways, peaceful and calm, and wise and skillful, not proud and demanding in nature. Let them not do the slightest thing that the wise would later reprove, wishing, in gladness and in safety, may all beings be at ease. Whatever living beings there may be, whether they are weak or strong, omitting none, the great or the mighty, medium, short or small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, those born and to be born, may all beings be at ease. Let none deceive another, or despise any being in any state. Let none, through anger or ill will, wish harm upon another. Even as a mother protects with her life her child, her only child, so with a boundless heart should one cherish all living beings. Radiating kindness over the entire world, spreading upwards to the skies and downwards to the depths, outwards and unbounded, freed from hatred and ill will, whether standing or walking, seated or lying down, free from drowsiness, one should sustain this recollection. This is said to be the sublime abiding. By not holding to fixed views, the pure-hearted one, having clarity of vision, being freed from all sense desires, is not born again into this world. The closing homage. The Lord, the perfectly enlightened and blessed one, I render homage to the Buddha, the Blessed One. The teaching so completely explained by him, I bow to the Dharma. The Blessed One's disciples who have practiced well, I bow to the Sangha. So once again, I thank you all very much for attending this session and joining together to form this Sangha. I wish you all well, and see you again next term. Go well.